Going live now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database. I'm your host, Nick Martucci. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for clicking on the video. If this is your first time watching, I'm so glad you're here. There's like 14 other episodes. You should watch those after you watch this. This is going to be a fun one, so I wouldn't skip this if I were you. Here's the show. If this is your first time tuning in, this is a fun little thing that we do here. I've gone to IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, and pulled parental warnings written by anonymous weirdos all over the world for any movie I can think of. I'm going to read those warnings to my contestants tonight. They're going to try to figure out what movie I'm talking about. It's easier to play than it is to explain, so I think the best thing we could do is just bring them in now. I'm so happy to have these guests here. We have one returning friend, a couple of new faces. Please welcome Connor Sullivan, Lloyd Legacy Sharp, and Sarah Morgan. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, team.
So happy to have you all here. Lloyd, this is your second time on the show. How you feeling?
Hopeful. Can't get any worse, right?
I think you're going to do okay this time. I think you went in bold last time. You made some choices. I think you're coming in with some strategy this time. I have faith in you.
My first strategy is to get the minority vote.
Connor, Sarah, I'm also happy to see you. How are you two?
I'm glad to be here, man. I'm really excited for this. I love the quarantine beard you got there. That thing is pretty impressive.
I'm keeping it going because I figure we're not done yet.
Why stop now, right? Yeah.
I also got to realize we're 18 months into this. I still don't know not to ask two people the same question at once over Zoom. Sarah, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm excited to see how incredibly poorly I can do with this.
Oh yeah, you gotta beat me for that.
Taking you down, Lloyd.
I'll give you this much. A lot of the people who come in saying that they're going to do real bad do real well in this game. Turns out having confidence hurts you.
Not me. I said I was gonna do bad, and I kept that word.
Lord, I really love this character you're doing. That's like a heel with no confidence. It's absolutely incredible.
You have boiled Lloyd down to his essence. Well, if there are no questions or nothing anybody wants to say, I think we should just jump right into this game. Let's not waste any time tonight. Connor, I'm going to ask you for a little help first. Would you like to guess a movie from 1954, 1980, or 2019?
I'm going to go with 1980 on that one.
1980. Okay, 1980 for 5 points. Under the category of sex and nudity, a woman is seen in a thin gown in which the outline of her nipples can be seen. All right, we'll move on to the 4-point clue. Or do you have anything, Connor?
I'm scrolling through my nipple database. I'm not getting anything right now. So.
Well, maybe this one will help for 4 points. Under the category of frightening and intense scenes, the scenes of violence will be uncomfortable and intense for sensitive viewers. Oh, you get your hand up?
Yeah, I did the clap hands instead of hand up. But
that's fine. What do you think it is?
It's not Return of the Jedi, is it?
It is not Return of the Jedi. Okay, for 3 points, under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a man performs comedy in a very rough bar while people are drinking and smoking. All right, I see Sarah up and Connor up. Lloyd, you're going to sit this out? You're shaking your head. All right, Connor, what do you think it is?
I think Sarah's hand was up before me, so I'll defer.
I always go last person up first, so you can't.
Oh, okay.
I know what I'm doing.
Raging Bull?
Raging Bull. Sarah, what do you think it is?
Well, I realize now that you said comedy, I was going to say Roadhouse. I'll just stick with it.
Well, it's not Roadhouse. It is Raging Bull.
Ah, all right.
Nice.
All right. It's just that simple. Before I move on, the other two clues in this movie, Lloyd, I don't know if these would have helped you. Under frightening and intense scenes, the main character has violent tendencies and a self-destructive nature, quite a few heated arguments between a man and his wife. And under sex and nudity, while fighting, boxers are shirtless.
Yeah, the last one definitely wouldn't. The first one maybe. The last one, oh, Rocky IV. Cool.
Well, at the end of round one, Connor, you're in the lead with 2. Lloyd, you have 0. Sarah, you have -1.
Ooh.
Lloyd, I'm going to come to you now. Would you like a movie from 1987, 2007, or 2020?
Ooh. Okay. 2007.
2007.
I am going to regret this immediately.
All right. 2007, this movie for 5 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. A woman pours a glass of gin for a man who drinks it slowly.
You said
Okay.
gin?
Gin.
Oh, okay. Then no, I don't know where it is.
All right. For 4 points. For 4 points under violence and gore. This is copy and pasted from a user on IMDb. At 1 hour, 49 minutes, 10 seconds to 1 hour, 49 minutes, 22 seconds, Bish gets yeeted into flaming oven.
You spell Bish for me?
Bish.
Okay.
Standard spelling.
Yeah, no, I don't know it. I still don't know
Bish
it.
gets yeeted into flaming oven. All right, for 3 points.
Sounds
Under
like Mel
violence
Gibson.
and gore. From 1 hour, 38 minutes, 12 seconds to 1 hour, 39 minutes, a bunch of like assorted human body parts.
So we have gin drinking yeeted ladies with body parts flying around. All right. I still got nothing.
And you're telling me you don't know what this movie is.
Not by that.
Not yet.
All right, for 2 points under violence and gore, a man has his throat slit off screen and is later shown fallen through a trap door hitting the ground, causing his head to split open very briefly on screen.
Wow. This movie had a lot of shit happening.
Okay, we'll move down to the 1 point clue. Final clue under violence and gore. The main character slits many characters' throats with a straight razor. Blood is shown spurting from their necks. This is done in sequence with a lot of singing, so it's almost kind of comical. Connor has his hand up. Lloyd and Sarah, you're out. Connor, what's this movie?
That is Sweeney Todd.
That is Sweeney Todd.
Oh my God. Oh man. Yep.
Now I'm like actually kicking myself that I couldn't get that sooner.
I would not have. Nope.
Okay, Sarah, we're going to come to you.
All
Would you
right.
like a movie from 1961, 2012, or 2019?
2012.
2012. Okay, 2012 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. This film contains scenes of people having fun, which may offend other people that don't have fun.
Wow.
Again, I feel like a real softball over the plate. All right, for 4 points under sex and nudity, a young man kisses an 18-year-old teenage girl.
So, all right, people are having fun and they're kissing.
Oh, man. I feel like, nope, not yet.
No, you don't have
Yeah,
it.
this doesn't sound like my kind of movie.
For 3 points under profanity, the movie is around a drug named, literally, holy fucking shit.
Oh.
What? See, I thought I might have had it.
I know I've at least seen it. I'm just drawing a blank on it.
Okay, for 2 points under sex and nudity, a police officer threateningly, wow, asks a drug dealer, why do I host a show? Asks a drug dealer if he wants him to beat his penis off. The drug dealer misinterprets, and another police officer clarifies what the first one meant was that he will punch the drug dealer, quote, so many times in the genital area that your dick's just gonna fall off. Connor has his hand up. Okay, Connor, what do you think it is?
I just remembered the year, and then I was gonna say Pineapple Express, but that's not right?
It's not Pineapple
All right,
Express. All right. The 1 point clue. Under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, 2 undercover police officers throw a party for underage teens with several kegs of beer and dozens of bottles of hard liquor, as well as a pound of marijuana taken from the police evidence room. We also see a pound of cocaine briefly. We see about 50 teens drinking hard liquor and beer from bottles and kegs, and some teens smoking marijuana as they party and buying HFS. Everybody has their hands up. Lloyd, I'm going to go to you first.
Spring Breakers?
Spring Breakers. Sarah, what do you think it is?
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. Connor, what about you?
21 Jump Street.
It is 21 Jump Street.
Oh.
Spring Breakers was a good guess there. That movie was weird.
Yeah, very weird.
I think my favorite thing about Spring Breakers, I saw it in theaters, and the movie ends, the credits come up, and the theater's silent for like a few seconds until somebody in the back just yells out, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
That movie was so weird. Selena Gomez literally went home in the middle of it. She's like, I can't do this. No, I'm out of here.
I would want to get out of that theater as fast as possible. Like before the lights came on, I don't want anyone to see me in there.
Well, at the end of 3 rounds, Connor, you're still in the lead at 3 points. Sarah, you've moved up to second place with 0 points. Lloyd, you're at -1.
Told you I could do worse. Told you.
Battling it out.
It's still anybody's game.
Tell me how bad I can do. Think you're going to do worse than me. Back of the bus for a reason.
Connor, let's see if you can help Lloyd out. Would you like a movie from 1925, 1979, or 2018?
I'll go 2018.
2018.
Oh, good old days. By comparison.
Okay, 2018 for 5 points. Under violence and gore, very slight but visible, infrequent blood on characters' faces during intense fight scenes. All right, for 4 points. Under sex and nudity, near the beginning of the film, there are repeated references in a humorous context to puberty on account of the hero mistaking his super abilities for puberty.
Okay. No.
Okay. For 3 points, under frightening and intense scenes, while the action can be intense at times, the vibrant colors make it more stylized than anything. Sarah has a guess. Does anybody else? Sarah, what do you think this movie is?
Is it Into the Spider-Verse?
It is Into the Spider-Verse.
I was not confident about that.
Okay. I thought it was Shazam, but
Oh yeah.
That's I think fits almost all of those clues.
yeah.
How could I not guess the only movie anybody was talking about in 2010?
That's a great movie.
It's
Fun. Good Lord.
also in Spider-Verse, under violence and gore, frequent animated action violence throughout. Punches, kicking, shooting with laser guns, etc. And under frightening and intense scenes, there is an animated scene that lasts less than 5 minutes with an animated spider crawling around, which can still be scary to those with arachnophobia.
That would have done it.
Sarah, you are now tied in first place with 3 points. Lloyd, you've moved up to second place with -1.
Yeah.
Wait, I went down?
No, you're also in first place.
Oh, okay. I thought, okay. All right.
This is called the Natural Order of America in real time.
Okay, Lloyd. Would you like a movie from 1974, 1980, or 2016?
Oh, you know what? 2016.
2016. This movie came out 2 years before Spider-Verse. For 5 points, under violence and gore, the hero is known to help people out, and it resorts in violence most of the time.
Huh.
For 4 points, under violence and gore, 2 characters have a heavy fist fight in a scrapyard. This does not show any blood, as one is made of metal. Connor has a guess. Lloyd has a guess. Lloyd, I'll go to you first. What do you think it is?
Was it an Iron Man movie or a movie featuring Iron Man?
That is a very broad guess. Do you want to narrow it down a little bit?
An Avengers movie.
Do you want to narrow it down a little bit more, or are you good with that?
I'm good.
Okay. Connor, what do you think this movie is?
I think it's Deadpool.
The movie is Deadpool.
Oh my God!
Technically not an Avengers movie at the time.
I was thinking Deadpool, but I'm like, no, that came out the year before, didn't it? God damn it.
Also in Deadpool, under sex and nudity, during a fight scene, a man fights completely naked. His buttocks are sort of visible, but all frontal nudity is almost completely obscured. The scene isn't graphic, unlike the female nudity shown in the strip club. Under frightening and intense scenes, this is an action comedy. This isn't meant to be taken seriously. And under violence and gore, in the bar the hero goes to, the bar, which is where he got his name from, people bet on others dying. One fight is shown where they gang up on one man and beat him brutally.
Yep, that was that.
Connor,
I just waited one more again. If I wanted one more clue, I would have been like, yep, Deadpool.
I can't wait to see what they're gonna do with Deadpool now that it's a Disney property.
Yeah, it could go anyway.
Yeah, because I like the first two. Like the first two are amazing, but like that's because they let them get away with like all the stuff that you don't see in superhero movies. But now it's MCU, so I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Okay. Connor, you're at 7. Sarah, you stay at 3. Lloyd, you've moved to -2.
Yeah.
Sarah, would you like a movie from 1939, 1979, or 2008?
Let's do 79.
79.
Just go with her.
Let's move away from the superhero movies, from the new ones. I realized saying that could give something away, and then I realized, no, there was like one superhero movie, so I'm sorry I ruined that for you. 1979 for 5 points, under alcohol, drugs, and smoking. Characters in bars and the Hollywood agents smoke cigars.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay. For 4 points, under violence and gore, a character is kidnapped, and she and another character are tied up and held at gunpoint. For 3 points, under violence and gore, plenty of slapstick, including a character's famous martial arts skills. For 2 points, under frightening and intense scenes, a character took an Instagrow pill, growing taller than a building, ripping the roof off of it. It can be frightening to small children.
What is this movie?
Okay, for 1 point, under violence and gore, a main character is also chased across the country by men with guns, and one particularly menacing-looking frog assassin, and his brains are almost scrambled by electricity so that he can be controlled by the owner of a Frog Legs restaurant. There's a lot of Frog Leg imagery, too, that makes him sick to his stomach.
I've never seen this movie.
I don't have the
have to
slightest
guess.
idea.
Lloyd, what movie do you think this is?
I don't know if it's the name, but is it okay? Is it the movie with Daryl Hannah where she's really, really tall?
Attack
Giant
of
woman?
the 50-foot woman?
Oh, yeah.
That, yeah.
No, it's not Attack of the 50-foot
Oh,
woman.
God. Damn it. All right.
Okay. If there's no guesses, this movie from 1979 was The Muppet Movie.
What? Oh my God.
A frog assassin is chasing after Kermit.
Right.
Oh,
And the character's famous martial arts skills, that character is Miss Piggy.
Miss Pig-
They were smoking in the Muppets?
Cigar.
Miss Piggy has famous martial arts skills.
Yeah, she does.
She has a famous slap.
It's a martial art.
Well,
Yeah, because Bruce Lee totally missed the boat on how to combo together anything better than the infamous Piggy slap.
well, everybody stays the same in that round. Real
Whoever heard of
waste
Jet
of all of
Yeti.
your time.
Oh, God.
Connor, I'm going to go back up to you. Would you like a movie from 1981, 1999, or 2010?
Oh, 99. Good year. Y2K, we all survived.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 1999 for 5 points. Under frightening and intense scenes, none. It's a comedy film.
That's a real review.
Helpful.
Good to know.
For 4 points, under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, parties are held where underage drinking is commonplace throughout the film.
Oh. No.
For 3 points, under sex and nudity, The majority of the movie features many references towards sex jokes. Sarah has a guess. Sarah, what do you think it is?
Is it Waiting?
It is not Waiting.
That's a great movie, though.
It is such a good movie.
That's like an all-time, like, you fell asleep and woke up, Comedy Central was on, and it's like 12:30, and all of a sudden Andy Milnox is on your screen.
Okay, for 2 points, under sex and nudity, a young man looks at a picture of another young man's mom and says, "She's a MILF. Mom, I'd like to fuck." Connor has his hand up. Sarah, is your hand up or is it still up?
I'm going to put it up again.
Okay.
But it was still up.
Lloyd, you don't have anything? This sounds like a you movie, Lloyd. Sarah, what is this movie?
American Pie.
Connor, do you agree?
That is the culinary classic American Pie.
It is American Pie.
Totally not a me movie. My mother was still alive and wouldn't have allowed it.
Maybe the final clue would have helped you under sex and nudity. In the theatrical release of the film, the scene where the main character is using the apple pie shows him standing up and penetrating it. We also see his butt when his dad walks in on him.
Yeah, we've all seen that at some point. So technically, I would have put it together on that one. Yes, you're right.
I like how, like, you go through American Pie and then, like, that first review was like, nothing, it's a comedy.
There's nothing frightening or intense in it.
Movie has not aged well.
Not frightening or intense for those reasons, at least.
Okay, Connor, you've moved up to 9 points. Sarah, you're up to 4. Lloyd, you're at -2. But Lloyd,
Keep chipping away, bud.
Your turn to choose a movie. Would you like a movie from 1989, 1998, or 2001?
Some people just like to watch the world burn. 2001. Never forget.
Oh, come on, man.
Okay, this movie came out in 2001. The only important thing to happen in 2001 for 5 points. Under profanity, no swearing, a few imaginative insults. For 4 points, under sex and nudity, a man kisses the brow of a fallen comrade to show him affection and respect, non-romantic.
No. Press F to pay respect.
For 3 points, under violence and gore, one of the main characters is stabbed in the shoulder. He screams. We later see him near death with a bloody wound.
I have one movie in mind, but I'm not confident in it whatsoever.
Same.
For 2 points, under violence and gore, 2 elderly men fight using long sticks that emit bolts of power. They are both knocked to the ground and flung about. By the end, they both have bloody faces. One is magically forced to rotate while lying on the floor, while his fixed head being the center point of the rotation. Connor's going to take a guess. Anybody else?
Oh.
Connor, well.
That is a Fellowship of the Ring?
It is Fellowship of the Ring.
I would have never guessed that.
I was thinking of Black Hawk Down up until that last
That's
one.
what I was thinking of too, and
Yeah.
I couldn't get it out of my head to get over to like a Lord of the Rings.
Again, in Lord of the Rings, 2 elderly men fight using long sticks that emit bolts of power.
Not lightning, power.
The final clue in that, under frightening and intense scenes, when a man is affected by the ring, he becomes irrational and gets somewhat scary, shouting and grabbing at other characters.
Wow, I would have actually gotten it off that one.
I'm ashamed of myself for not knowing that. I've seen that movie so many times.
Yeah. That and Odyssey was pretty much all there was back then. Until the rest happened that fall.
We're talking about the Yankees winning the World Series, right?
Sure. Go with that. Yeah.
It was, tough year.
Bad fall day.
Nothing more tragic than that ever happened in Boston, and I live near the finish line to the marathon. Go ahead, keep going, please.
Sarah, would you like a movie from 1982, 2004, or 2020?
82.
82. (1982) for 5 points under sex and nudity. Right after a man pulls the alarm, another man in his underpants runs down the hallway. No nudity.
I just love the people who take time out of their lives to actually write these stuff.
I'm going to start doing it.
How will you know whether or not to let your kids watch? This movie, for 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, not recommended for the faint-hearted at all.
Real life? Not a guess.
For 3 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, several people have morphine injected into them.
Fuck. Wow. No.
Okay, for 2 points under violence and gore, a husky transforms into a horrifying monster. It is seen as a writhing blob with limbs and a dog head before red tentacles emerge from its body, as well as claws that grip to the ceiling. For
I have a
1
guess, but I'm waiting
point,
until next round.
under frightening and intense scenes, the creature of the title has no defined form. What it looks like, or even what it is, can't actually be described. Connor is the only one with his hand up. Oh, Lloyd's going to take a guess. Sarah's going to sit it out. Lloyd, what do you think this is?
The Thing?
Connor, what do you think this is?
I also think it's The Thing.
It is The Thing.
Good job, Lloyd.
Oh my God!
You got one, Lloyd.
My first ever right answer on this show.
Is that true?
I know that because I just shared a freaking post about it earlier on.
I told you you'd do well this game.
Well, this is well.
We are going into the final 3 rounds. Once around, Connor, you're in first right now with 12 points. Sarah, you can still catch up at 4. Lloyd, I think you can still catch up at -1.
I can get above 0.
You can get above 0. Connor, would you like a movie from 1982, 1992, or 2008?
92, the best thing to come out that year was Me. So I'm going to go with 92.
(1992) for 5 points. Under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a woman's food is poisoned, and she is shown violently throwing up. For 4 points, under sex and nudity, as she heads out on a date, a woman wears a dress that she's told is too tight, and she says she doesn't plan on having it on very long. Another woman says, quote, "I don't know why you even get dressed at all." For 3 points, under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, the manager spends much of the first half of the movie intoxicated. He is also shown carrying and sipping from a bottle/flask. Several characters refer to him as a drunk or lush.
Or lush.
So he's a bath accessory?
For 2 points, under profanity, a coach tells an umpire that he looks like, quote, a penis with a little hat on.
Wow. Coach and umpire.
Oh man. It's one of two things.
Okay, 1 point. The final clue under sex and nudity. A coach comes into the locker room of female players drunk, walks to the urinal, and urinates for a long time. The girls comment on how well he did. Lloyd has his hand up. Connor's going to take a guess. Okay, Connor, I'll go to you first.
League of Their Own?
Lloyd, what do you think?
I was gonna say League of Their Own.
It is A League of Their Own.
I still haven't seen that one. But Lloyd, back to zero. Good for you, boy.
I knew it. Break even.
You got 2 movies left to get a movie right, and you'll end on the positives this time.
Yes. It's the only positive I want in this current time period. So I'll take it.
Before the 2 movies, Connor, you have 13 points. Sarah, you can still technically catch up. You have 4 points. Lloyd, you can get a positive point. You have 0 points.
I'm going to go full send on this one. I'm just going to go 5 right off the bat. So if I get it wrong, we can have a nice little showdown at the end there.
How generous.
Okay, well, Lloyd, it's going to go to you. Would you like a movie from 1992, 1998, or 2004?
Oh. Haven't had a lot of luck with the 2000s, much like New York. So 1992.
1992.
I don't know why I said that. Don't ask.
I love you, Lloyd.
Love you, Lord.
1992 for 5 points. Under profanity, in front of his wife and children, a man says if he doesn't get a particular job, he will kill himself. His wife reminds him not to talk that way in front of the children. You gonna go for it, Connor?
I'm going to go for it. I think that let's see, 92, that is boy howdy. Is that Christmas Vacation?
Sarah, what do you think it is?
I was gonna say the Vegas Vacation one.
It's not Christmas Vacation, and it's not Vegas Vacation.
It's some National Lampoon company.
Okay, for 4 points. Under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a man is smoking while robbing a pet store. Lloyd's going to take a guess at 4 points. Anybody else?
Oh boy.
Lloyd, what movie do you think this is?
Home Alone?
Is not Home Alone. I was so excited.
God damn it.
I would love I was trying to remember, like, wait, like in the beginning of Home Alone, does the dad say that he's going to kill himself if something doesn't happen? Oh, man.
Director's cut.
For 3 points under sex and nudity, Dad talks foreplay while the dog gets in bed with him the day later in the movie, and the dad doesn't realize it.
What is this movie?
No.
2
Yeah.
points. Under violence and gore. The worst scene in the movie is toward the end of the movie, when a little dog bites the evil veterinarian in the groin for about 5 painful minutes.
It sounds familiar now, and I'm just like drawing a complete blank.
Yeah.
I can like picture the scene.
I think I know the actor, but I have no idea what movie it is.
Okay, 1 point. Under frightening and intense scenes, there is a scene where the dog is lying on a married couple's bed, completely covered in mud and slime. When the dad walks in and yells at him, the dog stands up on the bed and shakes himself hard, getting mud and slime all over the dad, who is screaming. Sarah's going to take a guess. Anybody else? Sarah, did you figure it out?
Is it Beethoven?
Connor, what do you think it is?
Turner and Hooch.
It's not Turner and Hooch. It is Beethoven.
Oh,
And Hughes was the better movie, though. We can all agree.
Lloyd, you were the closest.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never seen Beethoven, and I just learned what Beethoven is about. Does anybody
I saw
remember the plot of
Beethoven once.
Beethoven?
No, I haven't seen it either, but I know there's like 6 of them.
The plot of Beethoven,
Yeah.
there's an evil veterinarian who's trying to convince the family to let him put Beethoven to sleep because he needs dog skulls as ammunition practice.
I do not remember that part of it. I just remember like the dog causing a lot of trouble for
Uh-huh. No, a
And
veterinarian's trying to kill Beethoven because he needs big dog heads.
That is
And
dark.
Test
it's a
out
kids
ammunition.
movie.
I saw Beethoven once when it came out, and not again since.
Same.
Oh,
There's like 7 sequels to it, and he
I know.
talks in one of them.
yeah. But that's the
Not
only
the
one. I
last
only
one.
saw the first one, so I wouldn't have gotten that. Oh man, if I only had to wait a little bit more. God damn it.
Well, we're on to the final movie. Connor, you have walked away with it so far, so this will just be for fun. You have 11 points. Sarah, you're at 4. Lloyd, you're at -1, buddy. Sarah, you're going to pick the last movie. Would you like a movie from 1990, 1991, or 2004?
Let's do 91.
91. The year before Beethoven and Connor.
Now there's a Beethoven sequel.
You ever seen Connor and Beethoven in the same place?
This final movie from 1991 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. A character talks about sex in a disturbing way.
Lloyd, any guesses?
Early 90s movies.
Nobody wants to just try for something.
Yeah, why not? Why
Why
not?
not?
Just raise my hand, so I'm following procedure here. Clerks.
It's not Clerks.
Okay.
If you got it, that would have been amazing. All right, for 4 points under frightening and intense scenes. In many ways, this film is considered a horror movie.
What? Unhelpful. Internet stranger.
So broad.
It took until the final round to break you. For 3 points under sex and nudity. While in an asylum, a woman has semen thrown on her face by an inmate.
Oh. I know what it is, but I'll hold off.
Okay. So Connor decides he wants to show off for this last couple of clues.
All right, fine. I'll guess.
I think he's earned that. He's earned that. Let him do it. Let him show
No,
off.
Lloyd, I want to give you the chance to figure it out so you can get back to 0. That's why I don't
I
want to
appreciate that.
That's true. Lloyd, do you want to guess?
Not now, but you said hopefully before the points are out. Yeah.
Go for the next. What's he got? -3.
We'll go. He's at -1.
Is that -1? Okay,
He has to get this right at any clue to get above a negative.
Okay.
So you could do this, Lloyd.
I can, but will I?
For 2 points under sex and nudity, a character dances naked in front of the camera. His genitals are tucked in between his legs, but his pubic hair is clearly visible for a couple of seconds.
I was 5 years old. Might not have seen this one.
All right, for 1 point. Under violence and gore, brief allusions to cannibalistic acts. I guess you're the only one who knows this, Connor.
Yeah, it is. Lloyd, are you sure you don't know it? It's very, very famous.
I don't
All
know.
Right. It's Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
And I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Oh my God.
Did not sound familiar to me.
Okay, I'll admit I didn't know what year that movie came out, but I have seen it in the years since.
Yes, but you saw it when you were 5 too, right?
I didn't see it when I was 5. No, I saw it 11 years later. To be
usually you'd have to wait until you were 6 until it came out on home video release or whatever.
Yeah,
they did.
and then I had to wait until my conservative Christian mother couldn't watch. Yeah, I saw it many years later. Many years later.
Well, that was the final movie. Our final scores, Lloyd, you beat your last score at -1.
Yeah.
Sarah, you got 4 points, and Connor, you're tonight's winner with 11 points.
I did it. Look at me now, Mom.
Well deserved.
And that's Inappropriate Movie Database. That's how this show works. I want to thank all of my guests here for being on the show and joining me tonight. I had fun. I hope they did.
I had a great time being only slightly better than I was, which was terrible.
Next time, Lloyd. Next time, I believe in you. Positive numbers.
Stick to that character though. The heel with no confidence.
Before we go, if there's anything you want to say, anywhere you want to lead people to, anything you want to promote, Connor, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah, sure. So I actually have a movie podcast. It's called Quarantinema. I realize it's a dumb name for a show. It's the word quarantine, MA. It's supposed to be like quarantine cinema. And I thought it was clever, but after a couple episodes, I realized it was just stupid. But no, it's I basically just do reviews and have a couple of guests on, played a couple different games like this. So it's it's at Quarantinema Pod on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can find it on iTunes, Spotify, wherever podcasts are heard.
Yeah, go find that podcast with the real dumb name coming from a guy who hosts Inappropriate Movie Database. That's Connor Sullivan. Lloyd Legacy Sharp, anything you want to say?
Well, I can be found doing things slightly more effective and with more skill than this on Instagram and Twitter at Lloyd Legacy 617. I am on Facebook at Lloyd Legacy Sharp. I'm on TikTok at Lloyd Legacy 617 if that's your thing. If not, I don't blame you. You're better for it. And hopefully next time I'm here, I can break even because I will definitely be back.
I hope you do come back. And Sarah?
Yeah, my husband and I just opened a comedy club in Bristol, Tennessee. So if you happen to be in the Southeast, which Lloyd will be at the end of the month, check out Blue Ridge Comedy Club. And we're at www.blueridgecomedy.com. And we will have a podcast out soon, which will be the Blue Ridge Comedy Podcast. So very cleverly titled, but it's fun. Come see us if you're headed down 81 to somewhere more exciting.
Yeah, I'm jealous of anybody who is near there right now, though. I can't wait to visit someday.
Hey, you gotta come down.
It looks so good. You guys open up a good place down there.
Very fun and mildly stressful.
Owning a business now is stressful.
This is a great time to start a business where everybody crams into a small room together.
Things are long for the days of just doing the posters for Pick a Side. That was as hard as it got at one point.
My job was a lot easier then. Now I do the accounting.
Once again, thank you, Connor Sullivan, Lloyd Legacy Sharp, Sarah Morgan. I'm Nick Martucci. You can find me on all social media at Blundering Idiom. This is a show that I'm going to keep doing through the month of August at least. Mondays and Thursdays right here on this channel that you're watching this video on. So 8 p.m. Eastern, Mondays and Thursdays through August. Please watch the show. If you're watching it for the first time and you think it looks like fun, reach out to me. I want to put you on the show. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll have a lot of fun.
And you'll do better than me.
Like, subscribe, do whatever YouTubers tell you to do, and tune in again on Thursday for another episode. Thank you. And we're off.